What's up, everybody? What's going on Instagram, Facebook, and most of all YouTube? Welcome to the Bro Show. You got your man Big Sam.
Yes, sir. Simon Speaks in the building,
You
baby. What's
got
going
my
on?
man. You got your man Keno.
Life cultivator. What's up, baby?
Me, myself, I'm Big Rob, and we got a special guest in the building tonight, my main man, Kimi, man. Kimi, welcome to the show, champ.
Thank you, champ. What's good, champ?
Same old, man. What's been going on with you? How life been treating you?
Good, man. Doing good.
That's what's up, man. Go ahead and tell the viewers, man, for the people that don't know who you is, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a retired basketball player. I played college ball, played a little bit of semi-pro. Right now, I'm doing personal training, and I'm a physical education teacher.
That's good. I know that get interested with the kids, especially when we was young, how we used to go at gym teachers and shit like that. So.
I'm in them and challenge.
Man, the kids, wow, man, the kids give me a different look at life now, man. The kids I'm dealing with now, that like all of them like have some sort of trauma they've been dealing with. I don't know why, maybe because it's the city or whatsoever, but the kids, man, they give me a different thought of life, man.
What's the age?
Uh, Elementary, middle school. So the youngest is probably, well, I had pre-K, they probably like 5. Middle school might, some of the 8th graders might be 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? But like I might come in the morning, like, and they might see me and give me a different kind of love. You know what I mean? 2 preschoolers on this leg, a kindergarten on this leg, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of love because they don't have to love me. You know what I'm saying? Just me showing them love makes them give me love. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Man.
On the show, man. Like what people don't really realize, man, is you really don't come in contact with positive men and tell you out of school and then got in some trouble for real, man. So that's refreshing.
Right.
To have, most of the school got a lot of female teachers. So you being on the front line, you get to kind of see firsthand like what's going on with the youth.
Right.
So you're dealing with females and males, right?
Right. At first, you know what I'm saying? This is my first year teaching. So at first, like, I'm just regular. I don't know how I'm going to go in there. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of made me kind of start looking back at myself and other situations was one time 2 fourth graders and they're fighting. So I don't want to get them in trouble. I don't want to get them suspended now. So I take them in my office. They call each other bitches. They call each other bitches. I'm like, what if I call your mother? One of the fourth graders said, you can't call my mother. My mother locked up. So and then I just sing. I sing like everything drop, shorty. Like, so I'm like, how I'm gonna come back from this now? You know what I mean? Like, all right. I was like, all right, well, y'all can't call each other bitches. So then I found out that same fourth grader, his mother killed his father. So you know what I mean? Now, me and him got a great relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Cause he mean
Monday morning, what you do this weekend? I went to Sky's Home. I had a good time. Went to textbook. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a different now. I feel like I'm somebody they need. You know what I'm saying? So
you like you a guy.
Right.
Because basically that's what as black men, that's what we supposed to be doing. We supposed to guide the ones that's coming behind us the same way somebody, because I'm quite sure all of us can say this story. Somebody grabbed you up at some point in life and
Absolutely.
gave you the business, you know what I mean, and told you the real deal about what the fuck was really going on out here, not no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
And there come a point in time in life where as though I think everybody has had that mic check, that checkup where somebody gonna pull you up that's a little bit older and say what you need to have said to you that's gonna shift your life and make you want to do the shit that's right. I ain't gonna lie, man. I take my hat off to y'all guys, man. Keno, that go for you too. You too, King. Man, y'all doing an outstanding job, man. As far as we're working with this youth, yo, because we need it. We need a lot more dudes to step up and take the actions and the initiative that y'all be taking to do what need to be done to get these goddamn knuckleheads in order, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, our city out of control, Jack.
Funny part about it, these people on the knuckleheads, they really not knuckleheads. They just need guidance, and sometimes it's like to me they remind me of either like an artichoke or like an onion. You gotta peel the layers back and get down to that little child that's hiding in the corner that don't want to be dealt with. that's faking us out with the whole Oz shit. You know what I'm saying? You pull the curtain, you see the Wizard of Oz, some bullshit. Because basically, that's what all of this is. A lot of niggas not gonna be real with about it. A lot of niggas been molested. They been had all kinds of shit done to them, trauma that happened to them in their life. People telling them they ain't shit, and they believe that shit. So then they get out in the world. Everybody got this tough man persona, and then I got to take it away from the boys. It's the girls too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody got this tough exterior when they really not that type of person. It's that's who they have to be in their environment. So it's like when they see somebody like Kimmy, you know what I'm saying, you genuine and you talk like them, you look like them, like you know what I'm saying, and you can relate, you can speak their language, so called. That's
right.
So, like that's what's missing in our community.
Yeah, nothing against nobody else. But there's another gentleman that teaches in my school, you know what I'm saying? They don't look at him like they look at me, you know what I'm saying?
They don't relate to him.
He's from another state, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's, and, you know what I'm saying? So
do you find this, I'm gonna ask you this question, do you find that, like, so you saying like the other guys from out of state, and I get a little upset like with the radio station and sometimes like for the local government, you bringing all these different people from around us. They don't know us. They don't know how to say Doug.
right.
They don't know how to say two. They not from here. So people don't like that. When somebody that doesn't live here is coming here and telling me I can't sit on my steps.
Right.
I can't go over here. Don't do that. Right. Why y'all doing this? You're not from here, so you're not gonna understand the culture. The only way you're gonna fix this particular city, the people have to be from Baltimore.
Absolutely.
Like what y'all doing. You have to be from here. Because a dude gonna tell you, I can't. How many times you've been told, Kendall, I can't go around there, yo, the ops around there. Nigga, nobody trying that shit.
Can you tell him?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's real talk. But it's like, if he was not from here or some straight and narrow dude trying to do the right thing, I don't have nothing against them. But sometimes it's a place and a time for them. Mm-hmm. But to get to the meat and bones of the situation, you need people from the streets. Right. You need people that's been out there, that's been in prison, that know how this whole life goes. So when you talking to these kids, they know you're not full of shit.
Right.
Real quick, Quintana Diamond said, salute Kimmy. She said, if all men was like that. Nina says, same to you. You're absolutely correct. Quintina Diamond came back to say, that's right. They can't relate to us. So basically, why ever? I'm sorry.
You just, I mean, you know, it might be guys out there that, you know, want to do it, step out there, because I'm gonna tell you what this, it's not, and I'm sure he can attest to this. It's not work. I don't go to work ever. You know, I go in this place with a bunch of young dudes that come from where I come from, and you know, I show them that it's alright to be, you know, it's alright to grow up.
I'm probably the biggest square you know. And you wouldn't even know it, nigga. I tutored niggas in high school. I'm fucking smart as shit. I should have went to college. I caught my first felony at 17. They waited till I turned 18 to give it to me. Right. So that disqualified me from getting any kind of college help. So I had to do some other shit. And then now you want to wonder why I was so smart at it, because I was already in fucking intelligent. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being a sweat. There's nothing wrong with
certain jobs and shit because you got the felony over your head. So
and that's what we was just having a conversation before we sat down about your felonies. I'm gonna be honest with you. For me to become an entrepreneur, it was because I had felonies. I tried to rent an apartment on Winners Lane. Right? I made $30-something thousand that year, and I got all of it. You know what I'm saying? In the bank, I got tax return. I got everything I need, and the only thing that they was harping on was because I had a felony.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I asked the lady this question. I ain't gonna never forget it because it turned on my switch. And you hear me talk about it switches in your DNA, but you got to put yourself in certain situations to turn them on. And that situation turned on my light bulb. When I asked the lady, I said, well, damn, what y'all gonna hold this against me for the rest of my life? She said, I'm just following the rules. So that means that's what the rules is. That means that's for the rest of my fucking life then. So that means, okay, first thing I said to myself, I'm gonna go buy my own houses. I'm not gonna discriminate against myself, right? I'm gonna start my own company and fix my own house. That way I work for myself. I don't have to ask them for shit. Nothing. And that's what the fuck I've been doing. I haven't had a job since fucking Maxi Waxes used to be at on Howard
Oh my
Street.
God.
Nigga, that was the last job I had. Me and Mike, I haven't had a fucking job
Oh.
since that shit was on Howard Street and we was
Damn.
detailing Ferraris and Bentleys and shit. Like that was in fucking 89.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Today, right? One of the participants in my program, he was talking to me, right? He got upset because he felt like they used the word what they be saying dictate. They like to use the word. They like
They don't know how to deal with authority.
nigga trying to dictate, man. He shit, right? We was rapping, and what he said to me spoke volumes, man. It just took me into a real deep place. He was just like, man, you know, I fuck with you, Kenny, man, because don't you be saying some real shit and like you not even no bitch ass nigga or nothing. You know,
That's what I meant by relating to you. Like,
you or nothing like
That shit come from the heart when they start talking
how
like that.
you
Shit come
get
from the
it?
heart, man.
And I'm just tripping like, well, first of all, you guys stop worrying about what other people thinking about you, because that's what his problem is. That's why he got his chest
so
stuck
what
out
happened
all
with
the
you?
time.
What was your switch? What was that thing that turned it on and made you say, yo, I gotta do some other shit to get you where you at now?
I mean, well, I always was like a humble guy to sit back and watch everything, you know what I'm saying? But like, I always loved kids, you know what I'm saying? Like working with kids, just like, cause they our future, you know what I'm saying? So I do deal with kids with mental health issues also. So like he was saying, like one time I had some kids from my school, all the kids from my school, younger kids, but there's one particular kid, he's a little older that I deal with, who was having little problems with growing. He was 19, becoming an adult. So I took him with me and the kids. We did a group event, you know what I'm saying? But while I'm doing the group event, it's like 9 kids. I got it. You know what I mean? I got to talk to all of them. I got to make sure all, you know,
Have balance
engaged.
dealing with all
I
of them.
got to engage with all of them.
Everybody.
So, you know, I'm just doing my regular shit though. And all of it is genuine. Like the shit I'm doing is all real. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be faking for the kids, no parents enough. So when I dropped the kid off, the 19-year-old kid, like he told me this and I was like, dang. He said, Mr. Ison, he's like, what you doing? I wish I had somebody in my life when I was younger like you. And I appreciate what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I said, I appreciate that. And you know what I mean? And I'm just being genuine. Like I can go in there, like if I like tomorrow morning, I go in there and the kids in the morning, I touch all of them to let them know, you know what I'm saying? Give me a time.
Children know fake when they
Right,
say
yeah,
it.
They smile at
you know what I'm saying? Like,
especially if
you know what I'm
you if you
That's
from
bad.
here.
I told my kids are spoiled. My kids are spoiled. Unfortunately, they spoiled. I told my kids, like, you don't know what these kids going through. You know what I mean? This was Christmas. I told them this. Like, these kids, you know, back in the day, if you got the same shoes from the beginning of school year to Christmas, you wore that
Spring
same
to fall.
shoe. You got that same shoe.
Spring to fall.
You know what I mean? My kids get basketball shoes just to put on for basketball. Never went to school with. You know, back in the day, we had play shoes.
Yes.
My brother's shoes was my school shoes.
Right.
Then they become play schools. You know what I mean? These kids, you know what I mean? It's tough. So I explain that to my kids, man. And you know, I bring the kids candy. I give them money. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean? Everything I can do for them.
And they appreciate that.
So-
They're used to it.
So let me ask you this: what made you start playing basketball? Like, what was your what was your niche that made you want to just start fucking with basketball? Aside from you being
So I was playing football when I was younger. Basketball, I got kicked out of Garrison Middle School. I went to Green Spring.
right,
And all my buddies was playing basketball. I was some shit. I couldn't play ball. I didn't even make Green Spring team, mind you. So I played every day though. Started getting better, started getting taller. I went to high school. I got cut at Walbrook. Got cut up some shit at Walbrook. Boom. Got kicked out of Walbrook. You know, I was knucklehead.
What year you went up there?
He was up there the same time.
I don't know.
Yeah, King was up there.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty boy, Indian hair.
Nah.
And Lawrence was the go.
You was my number one cheerleader on JV. Chill Will was older, but I played.
Okay.
I played
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was the role
yeah.
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 So just
Yeah.
because I'm my friend. I
Chill was
like,
playing. Chill was
"Hey."
playing that year because I'm trying to think. I was up there from '92 to '94. From '92 when Walbrook first opened back up in
I
'92.
was in the 10th.
I was up there. I came up there. I was in the ninth.
We came to follow me.
So you know what I mean?
Will was in the 10th.
Yeah.
And he was
on
dunking,
varsity. I was on
dunking on JV.
Yeah, but I was so sorry. Like they used her,
Antoine Jennifer.
Truck. They was stick. Mike.
Damn, I can't
Mike.
think of shorty name.
Who?
Yeah, we had
From down that way.
Anton.
Truck.
No. Be with Antoine. It's one more.
Uh-huh.
I can't think of the name. I just seen him the other day.
Chico.
Damn.
Pappy.
Not
I know what you're
Pappy.
talking about.
I want to say Tay Webb. I don't know.
Yeah,
Tay Webb.
Yeah. Wait. All right.
Came into Walbrook.
Yeah.
From somewhere else too.
Yeah, all of them.
So which is race they came in ninth grade?
So last week, some shit like my the most points I probably had on JV was 5 points. Real shit, bro. That's why they should be rooting me on. You know, outside shit too. They rooted me on. You know, my whole class. So then I got kicked out of Walbrook for cutting class. I got kicked out. You know, no father figure. My mother was, I love her to death, but at that particular time she had some issues she was dealing with. So I played every day. I went up Douglas the following year. Played varsity. I went from sorry shit on JV. My first varsity game up Douglas, my first game I had 23 points. We go to play Walbrook up Walbrook, the same cat that kicked me out asked me when I'm coming back home.
Coming back.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So then I got a little taller. Then I started loving the game. You know what I mean? Stop running about the streets. I still was in the streets a little bit because that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just playing ball and, you know what I mean, getting to it, you know what I'm saying? And then just seeing the different love that people showing me now. So, you know what I mean?
And so the transition, I'm saying, how was the transition from high school to college and from college to semi-pro? Because if you playing semi-pro, bro, you there for it.
I was pretty
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
I was pretty good. So I'm gonna tell you. So I got in some trouble my senior year in high school. You know what I mean? Same stuff, hustling. You know everybody hustling, just doing bad. So I didn't graduate. So I sat out a year. But you know what I'm saying? I was always smart, like Sam said. I was always smart, but I just wanted money. You know what I'm saying? I wanted money. So I got in some trouble. Went away for a little while. While I was in there, I was like, this ain't where I want to be at. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for me. You know what I mean? Motherfucker telling me, you gotta use the phone and motherfucker,
you can take a shower.
You know what I'm saying? I always could fight. I was good in there, but the white man sitting there,
Fuck the niggas, the white motherfucker.
I came home.
Yeah.
I came home and the guy was like, yo, you got any years of eligibility? I was like, I guess I only have a high school diploma. I was smart, but he's like, I'm a senior to Kansas. I want you to get your degree and I want you to play basketball at Lebec Community College. I went there, seeing the change of atmosphere. Boom, sitting over there. You know, I'm from Baltimore City all my life. I go there, it's slow. Slow. I mean, real slow. So I was like, asked around. Nobody don't get shot around here. They like, shot? No. The last when I first got there, the last homicide was 2 years prior. A man killed his wife. So 2 years without a homicide. Mind you, my nigga just got killed 2 weeks before I came down here. You know what I'm saying? So I went there, locked in, got my GED, played ball. I got white kids coming up to me after the game, want my autograph. You know what I'm saying? Little kids, men, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just was a different change of atmosphere. While I'm in school, my guys getting killed. So, you know what I mean? I definitely wanted to stay away from home.
Yeah.
So it just was a different vibe. Like, this shit different, you know what I'm saying?
Did you ever think about going to play overseas?
I did, but I got hurt my senior year. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like my senior year I got hurt. I played my senior year at Hawaii Pacific. I got hurt. I had a knee injury, so it kind of like slowed me down. I wanted to go as far as I could go, you know what I'm saying? But just me being in college, I thought I made it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Well, honestly, being from where you from, you made it.
The only nigga in my
That was a
hood,
big deal for me.
you know what I'm saying? Only nigga in my hood that made it, You know what I mean? Only,
That's far.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my guys, we was at 21, we thought we was going, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
over.
You don't even think about it.
So in your journey, right? While you hoop, you ever, get out on the floor and look across the floor and it's like a name, like a big ass name, and you like, oh shit, that's it. Like,
I played, well, when I was in high school, I played AU ball. It was a few guys, I hear their names, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but our heart,
You was there.
guys from Baltimore, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dirty Smiles. A guy named Dirty Smiles. He was a,
Yeah, Darius Miles.
yeah,
They got a podcast too
crazy.
called Knucklehead.
Yeah, he was real good. Treat him the same way I treat the niggas in the hood. Dunk on him. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Baltimore thing, I think.
You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't nothing.
From the heart.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that was probably like the Al Harrington when we, you know what I'm saying? He was good. We played,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And these big names,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The NBA players.
Right, you know
You
what I mean?
saying?
So, you know what I mean?
It was big for me. I had a poster picture. It was a picture. And I think it was when you was playing in Hawaii with your braids.
Right.
And I had the picture blown up.
Right.
Yo, I looked everywhere when you said you were coming to do the interview.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna show this bitch.
Right, yeah, because like,
Yo,
we knew what she was, like, we called each other best friends. Like, you know what I mean? So she knew what the type of shit we was doing. You know what I mean? Ninth grade, God forbid, I'm cutting up coke.
Yeah.
They over the house with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit, ninth grade, bro. Like, this is what you got to deal with. Like, I'd be scared if my son in the 10th grade now, I'd be scared if I ever catch him. God forbid, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's what I was doing, man, you know what I mean?
I worked with this guy when I was working with juvenile corrections, and he played football for the Tar Heels, right? And I was talking to him one day, and I was like, so, why you ain't make it to the NFL? He was like, NFL don't have nothing to do with your talent. He was like, it's motherfuckers out here that's way nicer than motherfuckers that's out there. That's what he said. He was like, it's politics. He was like, they look at you, you gotta be able to sell yourself.
There's a lot more to it than just
you
being
have
able
to
to
look,
any
all
sport.
of that.
They said this shit is a business.
It's a business.
I feel like that's true.
And that's what happens when you are finally like just to see somebody from your hood make it somewhere else. I hope you don't mind me saying. One day Kimi got shot. Yo, I'm telling you, I wanted to wow the whole hood out.
Right.
Who the fuck? I'm ready to kill everybody. I'm at the hospital. Like, what y'all even here for? I went off because I know my friend. Even though whatever the streets had to offer, at the end of the day, I honestly thought that you would be a comedian. Yo. I said, this nigga's gonna be a stand. Yo, when I say the funniest nigga ever, hilarious. Yo, they put us out our regular class.
Yeah.
And made our class into an A group, B group.
Yeah, we was so bad. We had our class about this big, a little bit bigger, all bad kids. And we
was smart.
We was smart as shit. We just couldn't.
Dr. Joe.
They don't know what to do with us.
Right.
People that
Had no idea. And we was all smart.
Like
Smart.
I was in ninth grade. I
they
was
stick
like,
you somewhere else.
And that's what they did with it.
Come on, man. We was all smokers. I was thinking
I
about
know.
No, I said we was all smart.
Yeah.
We was all smart, but we was so funny and we couldn't. Like that was when Martin was out.
Yeah, the mom, yeah.
So every week the episode come in. Next day we like
class with no windows, bro.
Oh my
no
God.
window,
Oh my God.
no window.
So you know it's crack.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
cracking
yeah.
all day, like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers calling each other mothers' names.
Yo,
Teacher couldn't handle us.
So when we found out that Kimi grandmother, everybody would say nanny.
Yeah.
So everybody,
Yeah. Shit.
God, yo, it was just hilarious. It was like non-ended laughter. And so for him to like, even just like not here, like from here to Kansas, let alone Hawaii, I was like, fuck y'all, my best friend. Like, fuck y'all.
At the end of the day, like on our show, like we salute people. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna personally salute you, Kimi, because I know you. You know what I mean? We from up the way, and at the end of the day, I seen you on the block. I seen you doing things. You know what I'm saying? And to transition from that to the man that you are today, I mean, you're a personal trainer. You deal with these kids. You can still hoop if you really wanted to. Like you do a lot of stuff, yo. I gotta salute you and give you your flowers, bro. At the end of the day, I can't even lie, man. Like for real, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and handle your business the way that you do, man.
I'm gonna piggyback off of something that he said. When you went to Kansas, and then like that part of your journey, I just want to say to brothers, get out of the four corners, the Nike box square. Get out of it because you gotta see other aspects and parts of life because the main reason that you here is to learn. And once you learn, you're supposed to teach. That's what you're supposed to do with your journey.
Yeah. And know that nobody said nothing about easy.
Nothing.
It's not gonna be easy.
You know what I mean?
It'll never be easy.
You gonna
get that out your head.
You're gonna miss things. You're gonna yearn for things, man. Just have discipline. Because and anything becomes a habit after 30 days, man. So after 30 days,
18 minutes a day. Whatever it is that you love to do, if you can do it for 18 minutes out of the day, you can make something out of it.
I mean,
that means you're mastering it. It takes a long time to master.
It took a lot. I'll be honest, it took a lot for me to like I said, I was in a bad situation, but it took a lot for me to just say, I'm going away to college to Kansas, small town. You know what I'm saying?
Because a man is nothing more than his life choice. Yeah, that's what when I say a man, that's a woman too. We're nothing more than our life choices. You choose your path by the choices that you make on a daily basis. You're choosing the path that you're gonna go down. If you're not thinking past 24 hours, the next minute or whatever, you're not thinking ahead, this choice that you're making is gonna direct your ass to where the fuck you going.
Every day I call home, nothing. I mean, not every day I call. Every chance I call home, nothing but bad news. You know, something. I know I had to spend. In them 4 years I went to college, I probably came home 4 times for funerals with my guys that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the guys on my team, mind you, they from other parts, so they, you know what I'm saying? They see the shit on TV. It wasn't no internet wasn't big then. They see the shit on TV, so they think like, he really, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy I'm just talking to on the phone, like, yo, remember my bro I was talking to on the phone? He just got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he looking like wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, this was crazy for me, right? And I want to know how your adjustment was to this. Like coming from Baltimore, where you grew up here, most everybody is black. Like you don't really see no kind of racism. No, you don't see nothing because everybody look like you.
Right.
And then you pop out that bubble, and you living shoulder to shoulder with all these different ethnicities.
right, well, like, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, I had 2 white head coaches. Never gave me no problem. You know what I'm saying? I know all like all white people is not bad.
that's true. Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fact.
My niggas getting killed by my other niggas, so you know what I'm saying? The white people doing good. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I just adjusted to them at first. I was kind of shaky, but you know what I mean? But I'm a people's person, you know what I'm saying? So once, you know what I mean, like my first coach, Kurt Young, good guy, you know what I'm saying? He still call me to this day, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He made me feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, any event, we had Special Olympics, he made me the headline for it. You know what I'm saying? When I was in college.
Right.
You could have made a little sign, white boy, but you made me, you know what I'm saying? So he made me feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? And we had a presentation, like they want me to talk. Come talk to these people, you know what I'm saying? So
you don't even realize you was being prepped for what you're doing.
Exactly, man. So now talking about it now, I'm thinking like that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Prepped for what you're doing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and
sometimes people see things in us that we don't see in ourselves.
Right.
Absolutely.
And they push you in the direction where they see you supposed to be, because this skill that you have could be used over here, so they kind of guide you and push you in that direction.
Right, and you'll never see it coming.
Yeah, right.
I always thought I would just be a cut up. I got pregnant, 9th grade, dropped out of school,
all those
like had nothing, was nowhere.
And I was 5. I was high when we was in 9th grade, bro. I was
Hanging out all the time.
But it's crazy, man. Like when you sit back and you look at what you've done, where you are right now, and what you've accomplished, it's like fucking amazing. Like Sam said, man, and we was just having this conversation in the office. Like niggas got to learn to step outside that box and not be scared to leave this fucking city. Like it's more to life than your 8-block radius. I always say that. Like when you get stuck on, I mean, the reality of our city. Understand this, and I know this for fact. It's people in East Baltimore that has never been west. It's people from West Baltimore that's never been east. Like
Baltimore people never been up.
You got people who've never been out of
Baltimore, period. Like
Real quick, Big Tone said some people put the battery in you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So like you said, like I teach over East Baltimore, like you know what I mean. They think West Baltimore, Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
I used to take guys when I first started dealing with the houses and like doing real estate, and I would take guys and say, "Yo, come on, let's go for a ride." And just simple shit. I would just ride Park Heights, go into Grand Spring, and just be having a conversation just to see their eyes open and say, "Yo, what the fuck? Where the fuck we at in the country? No, motherfucker. You right here where all these Koreans and all these Indians and all these white people, the Jews, own the bars and the corner stores, and this is where they live at versus where you live in. They got you thinking they live miles away.
And they right up the street.
They live right up the street from you.
They just know you ain't gonna get past your block.
That's it. They know you're not coming up that full block.
People fail to realize, like, if you pay attention, if you know your town, we have mansions in the city.
Some of these,
and
you know, I learned
John Hopkins.
Yeah,
It's
everywhere. You turn down some of these streets that you've been passing all your life and never had a reason to turn down. Turn down some of them streets, man. It be
people don't realize
you don't even realize it's been right there all the time.
It's like over. It's
like night
up,
and day.
2 blocks up from 33rd Street.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a gated community. You had to go to the fucking. You see the pillows? They still up there.
They still up
You
there.
had to go to the gate to get in. My grandma used to wash fucking clothes and take care of white people. I know the whole history of this. Everything in the city. This city is. It's got so much fucking history that we don't know about, man. You need to get the fuck away from here, though.
And I ain't gonna lie, like
Get away from here for a little while and come back. I ain't gonna lie, because I could go somewhere for 3 days and can't wait till I get back to this motherfucker. Because I love it, because there's no place like it. But you also need to get out of it to appreciate
it. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you like this: what a lot of people don't know is Northwest Baltimore, particularly up our way, where Hilton and all that whole area, that where the reservoir and everything at. People don't understand that they old colonial homes. That used to be a white area. Period. It wasn't no whites up there. I know personally.
All the politicians, all the black the J word, the J people, they use us like cattle. So it's like when we got some so-called rights, nobody wanted to lend us nothing. They used the red line shit against us, the whole shit. They were the only people to say we're gonna use these people like cattle. We're gonna bring them into our old neighborhoods. Because every neighborhood that we live in is one of their neighborhoods. Because a lot of people don't even know that at one time North Avenue was the county line from the harbor. Then when they kept all the black people on the outskirts. North Avenue was Marble Hill and Pigtown. That was the outskirts. That was considered to be in the woods from where they all were living down near the harbor, close to the water until the Great Fire. Then the Great Fire, then they started migrating uptown. A lot of people don't know that though. And then like Druid Hill Park was a plantation. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know that. It's like you go to some of these places and the shit tell you, it say Plantation Road. Like we don't even half of the young people don't know what the fuck a plantation is. Like they don't know what that.
They don't know what that is. That's real shit. Like you can explain it to them over 1,000,000 times over, and that's like I was talking to my son, little friends, and little kid was like, "Shit, I wish they would try." I'm telling you, me and my brother, we'll get with them. I'm like, shorty, listen, I said, we talking about a day and age where no guns were involved, shorty.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't had no
Fucking
choice.
guns. Even now, we think that we got some fucking ammunition. We don't. This man was in the Marines. They got some shit.
I mean, man,
They don't even need.
A lot of these niggas don't know how to shoot. Let's
They
be
don't
fucking
need
clear.
to shoot.
Yeah.
They got a tank that can pull up, and they hit the button on some sonic shit, nigga. Will rattle everything in your body, nigga. You gonna be fucked up. They don't need to shoot you.
if they decide tomorrow to purge, we in trouble.
We
We
stuck,
ain't
yo.
shit we gonna do. What's
Stuck like Chuck. How many times you hear me say what I see back
automatic
slingshot?
rifles
And
that
a
can't
machete.
hit nothing?
Y'all laughing about that shit.
I know, but
You better get a slingshot and a machete, nigga, and you better go outside and practice how to use your fucking slingshot. I'm telling you, yo, because it's some real shit. Just spin the shit that we talking about back to King. To get the brothers and the youth and everybody on the right track. We, as the ones who was fucking it up, because that's what we was doing. We was fucking up.
I can't.
We gotta fix this shit.
Right.
It ain't up to nobody else. We have to come back to these places. But you also have to do what I just said. You gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here and go see some other shit.
Absolutely.
And come back and bring that back to the youth.
Mhm.
And tell them about what the fuck is really going on. And tell them what's gonna happen if they do X, Y, and Z. This is the reason why I'm trying to tell you why you should go ahead. Because if you start interjecting yourself in that whole situation, like this is what happened to me when I did this. I'm telling you, I'm coming back to tell you if you do this shit, this is what the fuck gonna happen.
Real quick, Big Tone said B-More is the only place where the city house is more poor people. We were the experiment city. All the bad areas in other states are of the countries.
Like for example, let me ask you a question, Keno. For you, when you went to the Marines, did you go to the Marines to get away, or did you go to the Marines because you had to? Like what was your purpose for going?
I wanted to get away, man. Like, we came up, we had 10 years before the crack era hit, right? So when that shit hit, that shit was nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember going,
that shit right there.
going to school, my homeboys and shit, you know what I mean? You make your circle, pick up all your mans and them on your way to school and shit, your mans and them moms, she got snacks out and shit, you know what I mean? Juice box.
Anybody something, make sure you ate the
Good moms, you know what I'm saying? And then, like a year later,
niggas on their own.
she like, suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, same lady, right? That shit fucked my whole world up. You know what I'm saying? Then my dad got caught up in the shit. You know what I'm saying? And, niggas was trying to get, the New York boys was trying to take over the neighborhood. Niggas was trying to divide the neighborhood into who was going to hustle where. Man, I got the fuck out of there. First thing smoking.
My neighborhood.
I joined the Marine Corps in the 11th grade.
Crack hit. A lot of people don't know that. When crack first hit, the Junction was one of the first neighborhoods to have crack. Nobody had it. People was coming all the way from Virginia, New York, all of that shit, buying fucking crack. That shit was nuts.
It was crazy, man.
That shit, when I say it was nuts, it was nuts.
Dope money. You had the old pimps.
Well, Baltimore was always known for heroin anyway. If you look on any show, any documentary and shit like that, they will speak on Baltimore City.
The heroin is terrible, but the crack is really
crack.
The heroin it was a pipeline. Everybody couldn't get her, but crack, all you needed was some money.
No, you needed a couple dollars, and you knew where to go to get it. And once you got it, the niggas that came from up New York, that brought it to us, that shit was nuts. I'm telling you, to the tunes of niggas was making $70,000-$80,000 a night. That shit was ridiculous.
Man,
You start saying officer friendly that came to your school 2 times a year.
I don't care.
Taking brown bags of money from the hustlers now.
I'm gonna be
that officer friendly.
Think about this. I'm gonna say this. Crack was the beginning of the deterioration of the inside of America because you be all summer, you on your way to high school and you hustling and you serving a motherfucker. And then when you get to class, he your fucking teacher.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
My man wrote a fucking short story, right? Man Skills, he like my cousin. He wrote a short story about a nigga hustling on a block and his son, he serving this nigga whole time and not knowing that this nigga is a doctor. His son has getting a car accident or something. He go to the hospital. The motherfucker working on him is the same motherfucker you been selling crack to. You understand? Like that's the reality that we was in. That deteriorated the inside of America because everybody was somewhere on the weekend with their bell bottoms and they afro and they be smoking crack. Well, and they got stuck on it, and here it is. Our generation was the one who was serving them, so we lost respect for them when we go somewhere and we see them working somewhere because they behind people.
But not only that,
Right.
That situation.
But it targeted. But it targeted a specific group of people, and I would say our people in particular. Like that shit. That shit.
And AIDS at the same time.
Absolutely, yo, they fucked us up with that crack era.
How many times you hear me say we've been at war? Yeah. We just starting to realize.
Yeah, a lot of people, right? Fact.
My mother, God forbid, she got 25 years clean, right?
Awesome.
She was in the rehab. I go to see her, speak to a couple of people. Boom. See this guy in there. I know him, but I didn't know where I know him from. Spoke to him. He in the rehab too. He on the male side, she on the female side. I leave. My mother called me that night like, you that light skinned dude you talked to, he came up to me when we was at dinner. I was like, that's your son? He used to have the best crack. No matter what. You know what I'm saying? She laughing about it. I'm 17 years old. I mean, but she didn't change everything good.
My fault.
She just had a birthday.
My fault. Kick that shit. No rehab.
So that I mean, now that I think about it, when we talking about crack, like you know what I mean? I cut my neck. I was 17, running from the police. When people ask me now, I'll be like, I just fell running from the police. 17, running from the police.
Yo, I mean, thank God I come from that too. My dad, thank God, you know what I mean? He continued. My father got 26 years clean.
Awesome.
Right? He got 26. Just 25, I'm sorry. I don't want to misquote it. 25 years clean. My father, you know what I mean? It's like when you sit back and you think about it, right? The reality of watching that shit break some of the strongest people you ever knew down. I'm talking about, yo, it's like, yo, my father, I'm not gonna lie, he's still my guy, that's my hero. You know what I mean? And some of the shit that I watched him do, being on that shit, like how he would, you know what I mean? Because I give him his credit. It ain't too many functioning addicts where like he maintained the place, he maintained the car, he kept a job. That's one thing.
That was the discipline that they was taught. It was still in him.
Yeah, it's hard. When you smoking coke, it's hard to be disciplined like that, bro. It's only a few.
Yo, my father,
that's why I never judge it.
Yeah, you can't judge. You can't.
See, I had to learn that.
I don't judge nobody.
My father was so angry with everybody. Not going to no rehab or nothing. He locked himself in his room, and my father always told me, this is the strongest muscle you got. You have to use it. And he told himself he wasn't fucking with that shit no more.
I'm gonna tell y'all what changed.
That was it.
I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna tell y'all what gave me a different outlook. When my uncles introduced me to a lot of shit. We bagging up, me and my uncle, and my father came in there and asked me, "Can he let me get one of them?" Wow. I'm talking about, and he did it with. He didn't care. He like that's when when I tell you the feeling that I had, I was like, I said, "What you talking about?"
Sometimes we get this guilt thing that we part of the problem too, which we are. We were or we are. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a brother call me the other day that he used to drive my trucks, right? Fucking drive that truck to the end of the world. But turn around, he had a mental problem, and then he was smoking like K2 because he didn't want to have dirty urine. It was a bunch of weird shit. But this time when he came, every November, like clockwork, he would get locked up, man. He would be home. But this time he got locked up for some shit. And yeah, he beat the shit, but it's just the point. So when he called me the other day, and he was trying to get a job, so I learned a long time ago not to judge people because I done shit, so I don't want nobody looking at me all crazy, so I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, can you help me get a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't no question asked." You know what I mean? We picked up right up where we left off, but then the next time I talked to him, which was maybe like last week, he was like, "Good brother Sam, like, did I ever apologize to you?" And I said, "No, man, you didn't." I said, "But I'm not worried about it." I said, "Because I know that wasn't you." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the real you when you on the shit. That's one of your characters in your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's not who you are as a person. He's like, "Yo, you one of the only niggas that I know that understand shit like that." He's like, "Yo, so whatever I ever did or said to you when I was, because he said some wild shit to you." So, look, right. Motherfucker had just came home. It was like the first weekend, and me and him and Mud was together. And yo called me and said, "Yo, my uncle Weebay, yo, they get ready to make me cat boy." And I'm like, "What is this nigga talking about? Yo, you on the phone like talking, wow. Like, nigga, you don't want no problem." He's standing in my house driving one of my cars and driving my tractor. He like talking, wow. I said, "Yo, where this nigga at?"
right.
The girl said, "I ain't never seen nobody get down here that quick. Knock on the door." I said, "I ain't knocking on the door. It's my motherfucker. I'll open the door." This nigga in this butt ass nigga. I said, "Nigga, this some old ass jail slick shit. You don't want you think I ain't gonna slap shit out you because you naked?" I said, "Nigga, I'm gonna slap it. I'm gonna put this towel on your ass and I'm gonna slap the shit out you."
Right.
And then that's when I found out that yo was smoking K2.
Oh shit.
Yo, I was like, "Yo, why? Yo, that's my nigga."
Yo,
Like,
and
that shit will fuck
Yeah,
when I'm telling you, I seen people go.
Yeah, that shit ain't no good, man.
It's crazy.
listen, man. What my thing is, it's to the point now that like it seems like everybody a fiend. Like, yo, why do you want to be that high? That's my thing. Like, what the fuck you got going on in your life that's so motherfucking crucial?
It ain't the people. It's the system that we live in, my nigga. You know what I mean, every time you go to the hospital, you got damn near wrestle the nurse not to get a perk.
You gotta actually ask them, "Look, I said I don't want it."
So you want that? Oh,
That's-
you
that's
know
another
my
thing.
doctor said, "I know you ain't gonna take
That's
it. Don't
another
just
thing.
prescribe me
When I got
nothing."
shot when I got shot when I was 17, my mother, I always knew I ain't never want to use drugs because of my mother. You know what I'm saying? But when I got shot when I was 17, my mother was there when I got shot. She said, the lady was saying, "Want me to write a prescription for Oxycontin or Percocet?" My mother said, "Nah, he don't need that." And that always stuck with me.
Cause she
Like,
knew.
whatever that shit is,
She knew
they
what
trying
it
to give
was.
me,
She knew.
don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So to this day,
And they try.
I don't even smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? I drink a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
They try so
Yeah, you know,
hard
they
to
push
give
it
you
on
that
you.
so I
shit.
just had to deal with that pain. You know what I'm
I
saying?
had an experience with that shit. I had my father, cause my father a veteran, so he got all kind of problems with him. So he be having like some of them you gotta take for pain. But he always told me, "Don't take this shit unless you cannot take the pain. Like, if you really gotta take it, take this shit." And then that pill like this big.
Yo, I don't like the way that
and I
shit
cut
make
the
you
bitch in
feel.
half, right?
Don't.
So I take it, I feel it kick in. I'm like, damn, best sleep I ever had in my life. Get up, I go to put my feet on the floor. I'm thinking of my the whole fucking room went across the street. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was scared, nigga.
Yeah.
First thing I asked my wife, I said, "Why would somebody want to feel like this? I don't want to be not in control of myself." You know what I'm
They
saying?
think continuously.
Why the fuck would I want to feel like that? Why would I want to be
Feel
stuck in some repetitious mode? I'm doing up, down, with my pants around my ass.
It's crazy.
Who the fuck want to be like that?
The first time last week, man, one of my participants, they had went out on crew to work, and then the crew leader, he called. It's like, yo, I'm on my way back to the center. Think one of my guys OD.
Oh,
Right, so when they get back, we try and get your alert, you know what I mean? Rubbing your knuckle on his breastbone and all that stuff, you know what I mean? He was not coming to, right? I call 911 and everything. Tell them what's going on. They say, what color is his face? And that's the first time I really look. I'm like, yo, shit is like gray. Like gray. Like the gray. And then she like, all right, we get ready to send somebody, right? So just as they was getting, while she was saying that, they finally got him up. He moving. I'm like, all right, Joe moving now. You know what I'm saying? They got him moving, but he can't walk on his own. She's like, all right, we get ready to send somebody. They had this dude against the wall, and they was holding him, and he was just slumped over. They come, they pull a needle out and everything. No, they hit him in the arm. This is my first time seeing that shit. Yo, they hit this nigga in the arm. He was high as shit before they hit him. He was like this. They hit him in the arm. He was like he was like, what the fuck?
For? Took me out my house.
He was mad.
That's how they be.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, what the?
What's it called?
Yo.
Yeah.
No,
Something like that.
No,
That's what that is?
that shit bring you. It's
It's
like
an adrenaline booster.
And they bring you right back.
it removes the opiate from the receptor. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because
Disconnect
when you
it,
start
it
using
coats yourself.
heroin, you develop receptors in your body.
Let me give y'all history.
It knocks the receptor, it knocks the heroin.
So heroin, steroids, speed, a lot of that shit was developed by Hitler. He was trying to make a super soldier. The United States, when we beat the war, we took a lot of their scientists and they brought all of that shit over here. And that's how they know that. Not only that, the heroin, they know what it does to people with melanin. So if you ever notice somebody that's high, that get high, and they got real dark skin, and you just wonder how they've been getting high for 30 years, it's because your melanin is keeping you alive, because heroin attaches to your melanin. That's why it's so hard to kick. It's the same thing with coke. It attaches to melanin. That's why when white people get on drugs, they don't have that much melanin in their skin, so it deteriorates them faster.
You know, I wonder why. You know what they
people don't
partying
know
with
that,
them? They can, man. Them dudes party. They party. They
Get
with-
out to a line, man.
Jumping out the window, all types of
But the type of shit that they do, man, I had a dude tell me, man, look, you can take some kitty litter, right? Take the blue crystals out, put them in some aluminum foil, put it in the oven, and then you melt it, and then you let it burn back up, and you chop it with a razor, and sniff it, you be fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nigga, you smoking kitty litter?
Yo, they make up everything.
That's because they try everything.
No,
We had to
because
stop
in
the
their school,
Listerine.
they take a real chemistry
They
class.
take a real chemistry class.
We don't take that shit, so they know what drugs
They know.
is in drugs to get you high.
Yeah.
They
They
know
know
all
what
of
to go
that.
to get what
They
out.
don't need to get the real drug. They can go on the cabinet and say, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this.
They already know.
That's
I'm
why,
gonna
but
fuck.
that's
Yo,
the
dude, white dude tell me he fucking sat down, he went to school, took chemistry, so he could figure out how to make the drug that he was on. So
So what
he
is
wouldn't
Breaking
have to
Bad?
take no
What is the
money
Breaking
for it.
Bad? What happened in Breaking Bad? Yo was fucked up. He was smart. He figured out how to fucking make a drug.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's them. Now you start to understand why they won't allow us to get any education, because we are 10 times smarter.
We already smart
Just
without getting
get
the,
high.
we already smart without getting the class. They said we get these black people with a real
We
chemistry
give you
class.
some fucking
They be
education.
running everything.
You gonna be these motherfuckers, because we already. I keep telling y'all about my
That's why it's
experiment.
called the curriculum.
Okay, so we're gonna say this experiment again. We're gonna say it online. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go to the mall. Okay, go to a big mall, not a black mall, where you see a bunch of different races of people, right? Annapolis, Towson, something. Go where you gonna see some white people, some Latinos, some black people.
Mhm.
Count how many white people, children you see in a stroller that's too big to be in a fucking stroller.
All of it.
Count how many black people you see with little kids with not holding their hand on nothing, 2 years old, and all I gotta do is look at him. He know he better not go fuck over there where he thinking about going.
Right.
We are far advanced in them at the time that we are born. This is the reason why they need to have control, because we develop faster than them. We come out the womb doing shit that they can't do at 10. Do you understand? And then if you add your athleticism to it, you add your height, you add your muscle, your body, everything. You add all of that to us, they can't do shit with us. But we don't understand that.
But I was going to say a lot of us don't get
We
it.
don't get it.
But listen, I want to piggyback off the weed shit. Yo, I stopped smoking weed years ago, and I'm gonna tell you, I stopped smoking weed after I think it was Purple Haze, when Purple Haze was popular. So it was somebody that had some type of kush or some shit. I smoked that shit. When I tell you, I was so motherfucking paranoid. Like and like on top of being paranoid, like it had me fidgety. On top of it having me fidgety, like I was super hungry, and I was like,
It's doing too much.
yo,
Yeah,
it was.
it's sending you crazy.
I'm
Want your body to calm down.
I'm different because I always been a real spiritual dude. When I started smoking weed,
It took you
all it
out.
did
It's
was
opening
take
up your
me to
mind.
the table
Open
with
your
the
mind.
creator. Like I mean, like I ain't
I got
never
to
had
weed
weed
story. Check this weed story
paranoia.
out, right?
It just
For some odd reason, I was always never on the level of what everybody was doing. I was above and I was on the level with the motherfuckers that was giving it out to do whatever. They
Right.
doing. Motherfuckers got the weed. They in the garage. They got the blue top down. They got all the weed down on the top, right? So we sitting there chilling. We smoking a little bit of weed without. Niggas start pissing on the weed.
what?
Hold up. Niggas start pissing. That's the extent of it, Keno. I have not smoked like that. Well, the new shit, because you go to the dispensary, it's different. But that shit, they did that. They pissed on the weed. They let it dry out a little bit. They took water bottle with the spray thing on it. Took a little quarter ounce of coke, put it in there, shaked it up with the water, sprayed it on the weed. I said never again will I smoke that shit ever. Fucking again in my life will I smoke weed ever.
And you gotta remember, once I started hearing that they put fat on the weed,
Yeah,
it's fat on the now. Like
They say stuff. They say stuff to scare you, but you know what I'm saying, like, if that was the case, then I would be addicted to weed.
No, I'm just speaking my experience.
Smoke.
That shit stopped me
when I want to.
But I think it's also like the
It-
knowledge of who you are, because like Sam said, his father went in the room, shut himself in his mind. He
The
knew he was
discipline.
doing.
My father was a Marine though.
So who you
But you
are,
disciplined though,
you
Keno.
gonna let
He
that
learned
break.
that.
but
That's
three,
discipline he learned from the Marines.
Yeah.
They
No.
teach you that shit.
3 like salt crystals is three salt crystals of fent is an overdose. Just
Murder.
3 little crystals.
How many friends we got just passed away in the last 3 people?
I don't. They
Yeah.
just
Just
see
bagging it up.
the
I
media.
get it.
The
Bagging
media
it
love
up.
to tell you a bunch of shit to scare the fuck out of you. If you listen to all that shit, you gonna starve to death. You gonna die from dehydration.
You won't even use the laundry. You
All
don't
of that
listen to them. I'll tell you,
Yeah,
they
you
say
wouldn't
stuff
do
in
nothing.
everything.
You would wrap yourself up in butter.
You can't eat
Yeah.
it for real shit. You talk about, you know, my man in the fitness and everything. I mean, you know, I did that for a long time. This is the crazy thing. Ain't nothing really healthy. Chicken is man-made.
Right.
Beef is man-made.
Half of the vegetables
You're not
are
supposed to
real.
eat pork.
They man-made.
What the fuck you gonna
vegetables
eat?
made off of something else.
You know what I'm saying?
Vegetables
Everything
be having poison.
is engineered by man. You know what I mean? So you just gotta pick and choose.
And you gotta
Correct.
and it's hard to pick and choose wisely, because then when you go to the mall, like I said, like we so fucking stupid. We need to learn how to grow our own shit. That's what the fuck. we need.
But see, when you say that,
It doesn't even
it's
matter.
against the law.
But it don't matter. It don't matter
When
if you grow your
I
own
post shit on my page and I tell you motherfuckers to research it, I'm not just talking shit. I want you to go dig it up. You got the fucking computer in your hand, research it. You cannot grow your own food. You cannot have cattle on your land. You cannot collect rainwater. It's a bunch of shit that you can't do that's against the fucking law.
Why we can't collect rainwater?
Look it up, my nigga.
I'm on that.
Look
shit,
it up.
dude.
So I'm telling you,
Because they don't want you growing your own crops. They don't want you to have your own water. They want you to drink this small rock. That's any fucking way in the United States.
The seeds, if you get your own seeds, the seeds they already put what they wanted to put
Okay,
in.
so what happened with the
When
eggs?
you
We didn't
grow-
have no eggs, right? Because the big ass company that owns the biggest egg place, right, took the they make the chicken feed. So the people that were thinking they doing something on the side, all the side hustle motherfuckers, feeding their chickens to feed, and they wonder why they chickens not laying eggs. They got smart, saying, okay, maybe it's the feed. They fed them something else. They start laying eggs. Then they start saying, okay, these motherfuckers is trying to monopolize shit. Trying, they been doing it.
Like Kenny
How
just
many
said, I'm telling you,
motherfucking
these
cereals that you
guys.
eat is made by Kellogg's? How many pieces of candy you eat is from Hershey's? How many juices you drink is made by Coca-Cola or fucking Pepsi? Because you don't understand, they monopolize this because we out here shaking our ass, worrying about what we got on. We not paying attention what the fuck is going on.
We depended on the supermarket when they out here hunting. You know what I'm saying? They out here growing their own shit.
You better get it. Because you can be out this bitch in a minute. You need to be researching in your spare time which bark to eat and which berries not to touch and which fucking flowers you can eat, and you can fucking eat the whole fucking flower. You can eat dandelions, the whole fucking thing. You can eat that shit for days on at a time. It's got every mineral your body needs.
You better learn to
You
survive.
better learn because it's coming. And don't come looking for me. Don't come looking for me when the shit hit the fan. Talk about, yo, you said this. What the fuck we gonna do? No, you need to start having a plan now. It ain't too late. You better go figure that shit out. You wonder why your grandmothers and them had preserves and fucking canned food and the thing because they was ready. This shit is not a fucking game. We think
Jaws
it's a
of
game.
everything.
So, on that note, King,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you coming through, bro. You want to say something and let everybody know how they can get in touch with you?
You can hit me up on Instagram, Iceman100, Facebook, King the Ice, and just hit me up, man. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, you know.
I might have to get you on
And I-
Keno to get me in the workout.
Right. That's what it's about,
No
man.
bullshit, man.
You
I
know, we
need
wanna
somebody
stay
to
young.
push me because me doing it
You want
myself.
to stay
ain't
young,
gonna work.
man.
I don't know how many times I done said, Kimmy, I'm ready. Then
Yeah.
Get duck me out.
I'm not gonna lie, but see, this is the thing, because I need that shit too, bro. I've been telling Kenny, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go. Yo, just come meet me here. Come meet me there. Boom, boom, boom.
Don't
And I
really
ain't
do it.
never
Really
made it.
want to do it.
But we really, I ain't gonna lie. I'm on that shit right now because I ain't got no choice in the matter, yo. And health is wealth.
And then once you get started, that's the main thing. Get anything.
Yeah.
Get started.
Once
I
you
got
get started
a whole
3 days
man
in,
When I'm
it
driving,
becomes a regimen.
if I start feeling my belly bounce when I hit bumps, time to hit the gym again. You know what I mean?
I want to say this before y'all wrap up. This whole thing about giving back to young people is very important.
Do it.
You know, I know we work in it. Kimmy, you do. I do. We all come from nothing.
And it starts from the bottom. Like, one more example I'm gonna give y'all. So my daughter texted me Easter like, Daddy, can I go down to Harbor for Easter? Mind you, I used to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
All did that shit.
I like what your mother say? Your mommy said call you. So I like no, I was hoping she already said no.
Right.
No, you can't go because you know what I'm saying. It's so many reasons I can give you, but I
Right.
can give her a few. So then find out it was a shooting down there. So
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, they shooting down there. Like, and I sent it to my daughter. Look, they shooting down there. So I go to school Monday. One of the kids who got shot go to my school. You know what I'm saying?
That make
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I mean?
And you know, those are the things that help the kids gravitate to you.
Right.
Like I could easily go into any school and whatever group they put me with, I need all the bad ones.
Right.
No, everybody be like, "Well, Miss Malone, why you want?" Because the baddest
They're
ones
not even
is
really
the main
bad.
ones that need to be loved on. All they need is like you said, you come in, good morning, how you doing? You good? You ain't eat? Come here, I got some candy.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna hook you up, and that's what kids can see you when you fake a mile away.
Yeah.
You know, I tell people all the time, no, I dropped out of high school. I had a baby 9th grade.
Right.
And you got this? Yeah, because I declared when my son, my first child, graduated high school, I'm going to get my GED by it.
Right.
So when he graduated June, I got my GED to February right before.
Right, yeah.
And then I was able to be great from there. Just because you drop out of school don't mean you at your end.
That's just the Americanized system.
Parents wasn't in our
You don't need that
And
shit.
that's what it was.
We in there, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
now we in their ear, and that's the difference.
Well,
That's the difference.
I'm gonna say this before we dip. I know a lot of motherfucking people that are very successful that dropped out of school, that then went back and got their motherfucking
Some of these
GEDs. So
billionaires don't even got high school education.
I mean, think about it.
All you need is the math and the reading. my guy.
That's it.
That's
That's
all it is, paper. High school diploma, that's just paper, you know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker always giving me knowledge I ain't heard in a minute, you know?
Yo, I'm telling you, I literally, on the mornings when I don't got work, and I know Stan probably like, why the fuck she always liking my stuff? I literally, in the mornings when I don't got work, go to his page.
I'm gonna
and be
tell
like,
you
let me see what Sam said today. Because he really be dropping shit. No, you don't really know.
Like I post for the algorithm, so it's not like I'm just banging off. I
Mm-hmm.
am, because I know the type of person that I am, and for what I post, they slow my shit down. They like if I post something a day, 10 posts a day, y'all might not see that shit on Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. I know how the system works. I know the things that I'm posting they don't want me talking about.
Right.
So it's like, all right, you know, man, I gotta bang, 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 get
Yeah,
them out.
certain stuff you post, I gotta go to your page to see it, and then I share it in the group.
Yeah.
And there's always something knowledgeable, and I always make sure I go over
And
there.
it's really
and I
to
reshare
make
it.
you think. These are things that I'm telling you is like, it's not just bullshit. If I post it, trust me, I want you to research it. I want you to go get your own perspective, your own opinion on it, because it means something. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not posting it just to be posting it. I throw some funny shit in there so y'all can laugh right now and then, because I'm serious all the fucking time. I really am a serious motherfucker. It's too, like when I was walking out the house, my wife said, "What the fuck? Why are you looking like that?" Like I'm thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? My brain don't shut down, and I'm always trying to be prepared, which is something in life that you can't never really do. All you can do is just deal with whatever the fuck is in front of you. But it's like I be trying to be prepared, because the shit that's happening to us now. For me to come to this platform, I'm glad to be here, because some of the shit that I'm telling y'all about, I've been talking about for 30 years before some fucking internet. I've been on my soapbox. I've been doing like what we saying like now. With me personally, I don't like to be in a limelight helping people and doing stuff, because that's when those motherfuckers come and they infiltrate and they want to shut your shit down. I'm gonna pull you to the side and say, look, yo, do this. Or I'm the dude that you call and say, big bro, where you at? I need to rap to you, and I put you up on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of person. I don't want the school, even though I know it will be good, but I know that's when those motherfuckers come. You know what I'm saying? When they come and they infiltrate us and they figure out how we do shit, and then they want to shut the door on it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's better to play the back on some shit.
And that's why it's always good to have the right connection. Somebody said on the post, like, somebody gonna put the battery in it for you to be where you are. I was the person who was ready to crack a joke, but I'm a ride for. If I say you my friend, I'm a fucking ride for a friend until you do me wrong. I ain't no dumb.
15 minutes, and after that, I'm done with it. We back to whatever.
Yeah,
as long as you're doing something that I can put you in the ground for.
I told like I didn't, like I told you, for you to been from the junction, I had no idea who you was until Tone was like,
it's supposed to be like
check out his live. Then I thought, after that I was like, oh, you gonna bring him on board? He real smart. He was like, I talked to him, but I told you when he first was coming.
If I like this, if somebody say you from somewhere, oh, I don't know who you is, I did my job. That's how I look at that.
Right, because that's how you want to be.
I'm not supposed to be known. I'm not, for the shit that I was doing, I wasn't supposed to be known.
I love for people to underestimate who I am. Oh, that's big. Oh, that bitch from North Avenue. Oh, she always got to tell a joke. But in the meanwhile, I'm back here, and you're going to see Timeless labeled every fucking way.
And at the end of the day, it's been the Bro Show. On that note, I appreciate it.
They hate for me to talk on that show. I don't know. I can pull the plug if I want to.
That's but we ain't riding about you pulling the plug. So, actually, now you've been arguing. So,
I got support.
He tried it on me, kid. Sometimes you got to pull your gun out. Be ready. What?
Okay. And on that note, this was the Bro Show with Big Sam, the man Kim, and motherfucker Keno, and also the sexy engineer, Mr. D, and most definitely Big Rob. We missing Big Tone. You already know we salute you.
He been on the live.
Bro Show. It is what it is. Y'all have a good day.